I'd like to talk to you about my thoughts on the Boy Scouts of America and the controversy that is surrounding the United States today regarding gay rights. Um, it is increasingly being a distressing memento of the Boy Scouts of America, whom I have always regarded as a worthy, upstanding organization, and still do up to this point, precepts. Um, it has always held in regard the values and the principles of, of raising to a standard a young man to a level of someone who will one day be equipped with the ability and the skills to be a responsible husband and a father in the world in which he lives, whether it be 100 years ago or today. The assault that we are under at this time is the mentality that not only the Boy Scouts of America, but any organization must assimilate and accommodate the homosexual segment of society. Well, this is dangerous and is wrong. And I say that not because I believe that the act is wrong, which I do, but we are governed under a constitution that enhances and embraces liberty. And so you have to ask yourself, what is liberty? And I have thought about this, and liberty to me is the agency to harness the sum total of your decisions and your actions, to be able to wield the good choices and the bad choices, to take the consequences of them. But where it comes to liberty, there's a special emphasis on your good, your positive decisions. And it is those decisions that can foster great returns, great prosperity, good things. And it's your ability to harness that and to reap those benefits that encompasses the full scope of what liberty is. We in this country have a liberty to assemble, to have an assembly of common values, common precepts, common goals, common traditions. We have the liberty to welcome other people in who want to be a part of those traditions, those values. It has nothing to do with gay bashing. It has nothing to do with boys versus girls. It has everything to do with liberty. It's the same with a religious organization. You have the right to assemble if you believe that your God is blue. You have that right to believe so. You have that right to spread that gospel according to you. You have the right to invite others into it. So why cannot the Boy Scouts of America hold true to its values, where a young man can be skilled, taught the things necessary for him to be a husband and a father in a family unit so structured and designed by God to be a family unit with a husband, with a mother, father and a mother and children. And I have no problem saying that. Because as for myself, I personally don't care who is and who isn't um, heterosexual or homosexual. But it's when they bring it about, when they manifest it, when they try to have an agenda attached to their orientation. That's where I've got a problem. I'm well enough not knowing who is and who isn't. I've got no problem with that. I have no problem with them holding um, any kind of a job. But where it comes to me in my house and my children, I want them to be in a structured environment that teaches them the roles of a husband, the roles of the mother, the roles of the children, because there are roles. What we are dealing with here is socialism. What we are dealing with here is an agenda to push onto an organization, whether it be BSA, whether it be religious organizations concerning gay marriage. It's an agenda to impose conditions upon those individuals and organizations to assimilate to a wish of a minority. Here's how I say socialism. I say socialism because these groups, the gay community, they have every right, every privilege, and every resource in these days to assemble, to create a national organization, to create a church if you wish. So I say, why not take that route? Why not create your own brand of heaven, of nirvana, of whatever you want? Why not take the liberty upon that God has given you, that this country, the Constitution of the United States has given you, and form your own organization? Why do you feel it necessary to impose your values, which I do not share, which many other people do not share? Why would you impose that upon others in an attempt to change or destroy that organization? And that's what it is. It has nothing to do with you wanting to be a part of the Boy Scouts of America. It has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with you wanting to destroy the Boy Scouts of America, to destroy the traditional values of the Boy Scouts of America. Because it causes you pain. We are on a dangerous, slippery slide. And we need to understand that what is being destroyed here is the family unit, which is the basic unit of all society. The things that ground you at the core are your principles and your precepts, your values. I ask you, what are those values to you? Liberty embraces a variety of people, vast amounts of variety. But it should also protect that individualism. It should protect those core values that you have, that your organization has. So what are my thoughts today on the Boy Scouts of America and their flirting with the potential of opening up to gay membership, and at least as of yet, still not gay leadership, but it's a stepping stone. What are my thoughts? My thoughts are we are headed for a classic cataclysmic precipice in this nation. And the Boy Scouts of America has been a long-standing tradition that has always been held in the highest regard. You strip that out, and you can kiss this nation goodbye. Because what's happening is our liberties are being legislated away. Socialism creeps in little by little. It takes steps that are easily band-aided. So we get people that tell us, get with the times. It's just the way modern people are. Get with the times. It's not that big of a deal. Until you get enough threads around your neck until you can't move. I love all people. It is among the first and the greatest commandments to love all people. At the same time, that does not mean that we have to undermine our foundations, our establishments, our principles, our values, our core beliefs for the sake of being accepted by somebody, to be accepted by popular vote, to gain prestige. Take a stand, because this is wrong. And I uphold the Constitution of the United States for all people to be happy and to pursue happiness, not to destroy happiness for others. If you want to pursue happiness in your way, then organize. Don't legislate and dictate to others to include you. That's not right. Those are my feelings at this time regarding the Boy Scouts of America and this gay controversy.